So
Absolutely.
I sent you all, it's revised and completed a schedule. So I changed today a little bit because Sally had said she wanted to do the procession. Is that it, Sally? The procession?
Procession, yeah, when we take out the Torah.
Okay, all right. So
Oh, after the Ein Kamocha, the next section?
yeah, that's the processional. The Ein Kamocha is the beginning of the Torah service. And I have to tell you, I've led this service quite a few times. I did it for Sisterhood Shabbats, and I've done it at conferences for Women's League for Florida region. So I love this part and all. So if you have it, you have your prayer books, or you can, I'm going to put it on the screen also. And what we'll do is I'll sing it for you first. And then I'm going to ask you to read it, because I know Sally was saying, and some others are saying, you're not sure you're getting the words correctly. So we want to make sure that we are saying the correct words. Doesn't matter whatever, that they're singing it fast. You need to know that you're saying these words correctly. That it's not that it's pointless, but you just need to know to say it properly. That's it. So let's go into, I always put share sound, but there's no sound. Okay, so here we are, and I'm going to, oh, come on, move this. Participants can now see your application. Wonderful. Okay, so let's make this larger and move it over. If I can get this to move over. Okay, so basically we've come here and they've taken the Torah out and they say the Shema, and the congregation repeats, and then they say the Echad Elohim Gadlu Adonenu Kadosh Shemo, and then if you're up there doing this, you would turn around and face the ark, and you do Gadlu Adonai Iti Unuramama Shemo Yachdav, and then they carry it around.
Yeah,
So
can you make it bigger?
175. Let me see. How's that? How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, let me just get it so
It's
that
like it's not taking up the whole screen because we see everybody probably.
all right, wait a minute. So
I only see one person.
you can actually you should change your view to have it be wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let me see. It's where is it? You can show thumbnail that you can show like two blocks, one block. You can either way like that, or
If you're on a computer.
yeah, on down the side. Bonnie, you're there. Hello.
Yeah, hi. I'm on a tablet. I can't do that.
Okay.
But I
all
have
right.
the book in front of me, so.
Good. Good.
Okay, I can see it. It's better. Thank you.
Okay.
Better
Good.
go.
So here we go. This is the Torah. So we start. Lecha Adonai Hagedula V'Hagibura V'Hatiferet V'Hanetzach V'Hahod Ki Ho Bashamayim Uvaretz Ki Ho Bashamayim Uvaretz Lecha Adonai Hamamlacha V'hamnitz na'aseh l'chol rosh. And then it goes Romamu, Romamu, Adonai Eloheinu, V'hishtachavu, V'hishtachavu, L'hadam raglav kadosh hu, Romamu, Romamu, Adonai Eloheinu, V'hishtachavu, V'hishtachavu, L'har kadsho ki kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu. Now that's a tune that my synagogue used to do. But when I would do it, I sometimes change the Romamu to the one that Craig Taugman does, which there are some synagogues that do it. And it goes like this. Romamu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu L'hadam raglav Romamu Adonai Eloheinu V'hishtachavu lahar kahadsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romamu. So you see, it's a little bit more cheerful, but it's beautiful. Both of them are. So I'll tell you what we're going to do now. And I don't want you to sing it yet. I want you just to read it. So Eileen, I'm going to start at the top of my list of people I have who are here. And if I miss any of you, it's because I don't see you, and just chime in. Let me know you're here. So Eileen Barberi, if you would start with the top 2 lines.
I will try. L'cha Adonai.
It's
L'cha.
lecha.
L'cha. I
Right.
didn't say that. Okay. L'cha Adonai. Hamvorach. No.
Haggadah.
Hagedula.
Right.
V'chad. Shorach.
V'hag.
Hag-
You have to hear the gimel. V'hag v'ra.
Guva. V'ha.
No, it's hag v'ra.
V'rach.
Not a ach. Ra. Is a hey. Ra.
With has a little hayloft in it.
Yeah, but it's just a hey, so you don't hear anything.
Right. Right.
Okay. Good.
V'ha. Tif. Era.
Eret.
Eret. V'hag. Yeah. I'm
You
blanking
ignore
out.
this line. This line is part of a trope.
Okay.
So it's just the 2 dots.
V'hates.
Uh-huh.
What?
It's nay.
V'chaynetza.
Mm.
V'had. Code.
Hod.
Code.
It's
Key.
just 2. Mm-hmm.
He. Kal.
Hod. It's the
Oh, that's
O.
right. Kol. Kol.
Right.
Bashai. Bashaim.
Ba-sha-mayim.
Bashamayim. Okay. U ka eretz.
That's a vet. See the little tail there? That's a
Yeah.
vet. It's uva, not ka.
Va.
Uva.
Rats.
Aretz.
Eretz. I'm sorry. Today's just not a good day.
Okay. If you'd rather not, sweetie, tell me.
No, I am here. If nobody
all
minds
right.
the horribleness, I will persevere.
And I have a question.
What?
Coal, the second line. So what is that first letter?
This is a key.
Right, and the
And this
second
is-
word, that,
Cho. It's a chaf. It's that guttural sound. It's a cho.
it's a huff.
It's a chaf. Cho.
And then
Right.
Bashamayim.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So you're right here, Eileen. At
Okay.
this.
L'cha
Lecha. Mhm.
Adonai. Hama. Is it, I do two M's?
It's hamam lacha. You have to hear that.
Hamamalach. And I don't do the hay.
No, but you have to have that chaf. Cha.
I thought I had the ha.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Say it again. The word.
Okay. Hama'a ma lacha.
It's hamam lacha. You hear that?
Hamam lacha.
Good. Yeah.
Vahamit rat say.
That's a nun.
What did I do?
A resh. You
Oh,
said ra.
okay. Ra ta.
Just do it again.
Vahamita
Meat. Hamit.
meat. That's a nut.
Na.
Not it's a sin. Not say.
Right. Hamit.
Okay.
Vahamit. Na. Say.
Say.
Okay.
I'm
Long
sorry,
word.
ladies.
Don't apologize. We're all in this. It's all right.
Don't
Okay.
apologize.
Okay, so Felicia, if you would do these next, I'll have you do these 3 lines.
Sorry, starting where? L'chol,
L'chol, right.
L'chol, L'rosh, Romemu, Adonai, Eloheinu, Vehish Tachavu, Lahadom, Raglav,
Mm-hmm.
Kadosh Hu, Romemu, Adonai, Eloheinu, Vehish Tachavu, Lehar, Kadisho, Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Good. Okay. All righty. Jade, is Jade on? No, I guess not. Okay. Ronnie, come up to the top, please, where it says L'cha, and do the first 2 lines.
Okay. Lecha Adonai Hagdula v'Hagvura v'Tiferet v'Hanetzah
Hanetzach, Hanetzach.
v'Hanetzah v'Hahod Kikol
No, it's not a kol, it's a chol.
Kikol. You're right. Kikol v'Shamayim. Wait a minute. I always get stuck on this one. Uva'aretz.
Good.
Lecha Adonai, oh, this is the tough one. Hamam lecha,
Mm-hmm.
mitzanei,
Meet, na,
Meet.
say.
meet not say. That one's that's got a lot of too many letters.
It's a lot of letters. All right, that's good. All right. Okay, Sally, let's hear you do these 3 lines.
Okay. L'chol, L'rosh, Romemu, Adonai, Eloheinu, Vehishtachavu, Lahadom, Raglav,
Hmm?
Kadosh Hu, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, Vehishtachavu, Lehar Kadsho, Ki Kadosh, Adonai Eloheinu.
Good, good. Okay. Elizabeth, come up to the top and let's hear you do these 2 lines.
Okay, does this it? Okay,
L'cha.
you can hear me, right? Okay.
Yes.
L'cha Adonai Hagdulah,
Right.
right?
Yes.
V'hagvura, v'hatiferet, v'hanetzach, v'hahod, kichol b'shamayim uva'aretz, l'cha Adonai hamamlacha, v'hamit naseh, l'chol
Good. I'm
l'rosh.
gonna stop you there. You're doing great. Okay. Let's see. Madeline, are you with us? You got it?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So start here at L'chol.
L'chol, L'rosh, Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, V'Hishtachavu, L'Chadom,
Ra.
Raglav,
Good.
Kadosh Hu,
Good.
Romemu, Adonai Eloheinu, V'Hishtachavu, Lechar Kadsho, yeah.
Mhm.
Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Good. Good. Okay. Vivian, if you'll come up to the top here and do these 2 lines.
Okay. L'cha Adonai Hagdula
You have to hear Hagdula.
Hagadula
Good.
V'Hagvura Vora.
Vu-ra,
What was that again?
vu, ooh. You said vo. It came out. It sounded like bo to me, but it's hagavura.
Okay, Hagavura.
Good.
V'hatiferet. V'hanetzach. V'hahod.
Good.
Kichol Bashamayim Uvaaretz Lecha Adonai Hamam Lacha Viha Mitnase.
Good. Thank you. I know everyone, maybe I'm not hearing all of you while you're saying it, but we just have to make sure we get those oohs and ohs correct because that does change the word. And you want to make sure you're saying what this prayer is all about.
It's supposed to be
Oh.
saying, right?
What?
No, I was agreeing with you, what you're supposed to be saying, because it changes everything.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay. Lori, let me see you start here.
All right, this is not going to be pretty, but I'm going to give it a try.
Lori, it's okay. Come on.
Okay. And by the way, the Aleph, that was very helpful. Thank you.
Good. All right.
Okay, here we go. Lekol.
Chol. It's not a k, it's a ch. It's it's that guttural sound. Go ahead, try it
Okay.
again.
Yep. Lechol.
Good.
LaRoche. Ro Mami.
Moo. Moo.
Mu. Yep. Ro Mamu. Adonai. Eloheinu. Veha.
The he. It's a dot, one dot.
Okay. Yep. Vehi Sheta.
All right, so it's the heesh. You hear that it's a blend. These are a blend. The heesh.
Okay.
Say, do it again.
Yep. Vehish Ta Ha U.
Ha, ha, ta, cha, vu.
Vehish Ta Ha U.
This is a chet. So you hear the guttural again. When you say ha, that's like an H, so that's a hey. So it's cha, vu. Try it again.
Say it again.
Yep, please.
No, I couldn't hear you at the end.
Oh, sorry. It's a chet. So that's a cha. It's that guttural sound.
Okay. Vehi She Ta Ha U.
All right. Cha, vu. The vav, you hear the vav, the
Yeah.
v, and then the u. So it's the hish, ta, cha, vu. Hi,
The
Jade.
Vehish Ta Ha Vu.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Please, everybody just mute yourselves because I'm hearing background. Okay, Lori, next.
Yep. Lahadom.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Raga Lav.
Rag, love. Yes.
Rag Lav.
Good.
Kadosh. Hu. Romami. Adonai.
Romamu.
Eloheinu.
It's Romamu. Romamu.
Yes.
You said Romami. So it's
Okay.
Romamu.
Yep.
Okay, Adonai, you got that.
Eloheinu. Beha Sha Ta Kuv.
All right, so wait a minute. Here we are. It's Vahish Tachavu.
I'm
What-
having
what line?
trouble with that word.
Are you on the first one you started or the second one you started? I'm sorry, I lost you. So
I
are
don't
you?
know,
You did Kadoshu.
Sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, we got a dog there. All right. While she's getting the dog, I'm gonna we'll come back. Jade, if you would unmute and we're doing the Torah service and do these two lines.
Yes, ma'am. So we're reading the first two of them. Leha.
These two lines, I want you just to read them, not sing them. I don't know if you know it
Okay.
or not. Just read them. Go ahead.
Okay. Leha Adonai Hagdullah. Hagedullah or Hagdullah?
Haggadullah. You kind of hear the g. Haggadullah. Just 1 minute. Lori, if you're back, I'm going to have you finish after Jade. So go ahead.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Jade, go ahead. It's Haggadullah.
Hagdullah Vehag Bura. Vehatif, I'm sorry. Vehatif Feera. No, Feeret.
No, not fair. It's hatif
Oh,
eret. This blends these two.
oh, just like emerging.
Yeah.
Vehit. Wait a minute. Can you do that one more time for me, Amy? And
And hatif eret.
oh, I see. Vehatif Eret.
Good.
Vehaner Saha. No,
Nay, you have to hear that A. Vahanate sach.
Vehaner Sach. Vehahod.
Good. Mhm. Yeah.
He. Hor. No.
Chol.
is it Hor.
It's that chuf sound, that it's a chuf, it's a chol. It's that guttural sound.
Like
so
a guttural sound. Oh, okay. He. Hor.
good. Mhm.
Bashamayim. Uva Aretz.
Bashamayim. I didn't hear the yim. Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Yes.
Uva Aretz.
Good.
Lecha Adonai Hamamlacha.
Yep. Mhm.
Behamit. Okay, Behamit Naset.
Yes. Good. Okay. Very.
I made it.
Thank you. All right, Lori. We'll go back to Lori. Where are we, Lori? And you were on line. Let's start here at the Romamu here.
Okay, gotcha. Romamu, Adonai, Eloheinu,
Mm-hmm.
Veha
Not, no, it's a dot. One dot E.
oh, Vehi, Se,
Sh.
Ha,
Vehish.
Vehish, Teha, U,
Ta. It's a ta.
Vehish, Ta, Ha,
Ha. Ha. That's a chet.
Hech, Hech,
Ha. Vu. Right. Ha. You have to hear that guttural. Ha.
Hech, Uv,
Vu.
Vu,
Not
sorry,
vu. Right. Okay. Here it is. Vehish ta ha vu. Do it one more time.
Vehish, Ta, Ha, Vu,
Good.
Lehar, Kadosh,
No, not kadosh. Look at this. It's the root. Go ahead.
Kadesh,
Kad show.
oh,
It's-
show,
The,
Yeah.
the root is kaddish. Kuf dalet shin. That is the root, but it's kad show.
Kad, show.
Good.
What is that? Ki,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Kadosh, Adonai, Eloheinu.
Good. Very good. Okay. Did Sheila come on? No. Okay.
And-
Yes.
And could I just, hi, it's Madeline. I've always found that the letter with the two dots underneath always blends with the first syllable. Am I correct?
No, it doesn't always. There's no standard rule. It's so interesting. Sometimes you hear it and sometimes it blends. So I wish it could be like,
Oh, I always thought it sort of blends. It doesn't stand alone. It never stands alone, does it?
you hear the sound of it, but not always. Most of the time it blends,
Yes,
but
and it blends to me. I've always
to the
looked
one
sort
before
of
it.
at with the, yeah, so I've always put it on the end of that syllable, whatever it is. It's the end part of a syllable for me.
You want to pick a word that
So I would never say kad show. I'd always say kad show.
okay, right,
Because
Todd
that's how it
show.
should be.
But you have to hear the it's yeah, I don't have, you know what, my other screen. You will hear some people say kadisho, and you'll hear them say kad show.
Right.
Okay, so like I say, these two dots that there's not a set rule. I looked it up last time, and it's interesting. It'll say to you, sometimes it's this way, sometimes it's that, and you just have to hear the word, know the word, and most of the time it will blend, but there are times that it doesn't.
Yeah, but I've always found it as sort of a stop, and that it doesn't have its own vowel. Like
Right, it doesn't have its own
It's not
vowel.
its own vowel.
It's
So
not
I would
its own
never
vowel.
say kada or kadi or kado. I would
Right,
always
it's
say
not,
kad.
but
That's,
you have to hear sometimes the sound of that letter.
yes, you
That's
hear
what
the
you're
sound
hearing.
of the letter, of course.
The letter.
You make whatever letter it is, you make the letter, but the letter is just the letter and without a vowel.
Right. And the 2 dots we teach the kids, it means stop.
Yes,
So when
it
it's
means
stop,
stop, and it's hooked on to a syllable.
but I will tell you, there are some words that
Alright.
it's not.
Well,
That's
you would
the
say
only thing.
majority of the time. And I've always, if that's once I learned that, it was easy. When I always saw the 2 dots, I would just be hooking it on as the sound by itself without a vowel of its own.
Right. It doesn't have a vowel at all. You're right. It's either the sound or it blends with.
And the first line, the Hagibora, and the ha, it's the.
Wait, where are you? When the first
In
line,
the first line, there's the 2 the that start with the 2 words.
you have 4 words that start with the.
Well,
The
yeah,
Hagagura.
but they're all the, and then you
Yeah.
go to the next word.
That's
letter.
right.
But that's
That's
before.
not- but
And
that's not-
but that's because the means and they've added that on to say and this and that and this and that. That's what they've done. So you hear the hag teeth eret. You don't just hear you hear the v.
Yeah.
Right. But
I'm just saying that
it
you're not
depends
hearing.
upon within it. The thing is, Madeline, honestly, Kadsho, I don't know that it's changing it that much with the 2 dots, if it's Kadisho or Kadsho, because it is your letters of Kaddish, and which mean holy, and that is your root. But that's okay. Every once in a while, though, you'll come across a word where you can't use that
Like
that-
Romamu. Is
Right.
it Roma? One of those.
But
Romamu,
look
right?
at the hetif eret. That teef in the middle, the 3rd letter in the right teef.
Right.
The
Vahatif.
hatif, and you stop eret. And so for me,
That's a
when I
blend.
see it, I know
That's
to stop. I've
that's
hooked
a
that
blend.
letter on to the syllable.
Okay,
Whatever
that's
letter
good.
was-
That's what we said. That's a
It's
blend.
just my little, own way, my own strategy. But
That's
that
okay.
has helped me a lot.
That's good. No, that's good. Ruth, would you like to please read for us? Read the bottom 3 lines.
Right. You starting L'chol?
Yes. Uh-huh.
L'chol, L'rosh, Ramamu, Adonai Eloheinu, V'hashta.
No, it's Vahish. Vahish.
Oh, yeah, Vahish. I'm reading it from my Siddur because it's
Okay.
easier. Vahish Tahavu Lahadom Rag Lav Kodesh Kosho Hu.
Kadosh. Here it is. It's Kadosh.
Kadosh. Yeah. I'm thinking of the next line. Ramamu Adonai Eloheinu V'hashta Chavu.
Vahish. Ruth. Vahish Tachavu.
V'hish Tachavu Lachar Kodsho. Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu.
Yes. You got to get those dots, those E's. Okay.
I know they're too small.
No. All right. I'm going to stop share for a minute just so I can see all of you. I like to see you. Sally, did you feel that this was a help?
Yes, very much, very
Okay.
much.
All right. Does anybody else feel you want to go over a little bit more of it? Anybody? No? Okay. All right. Very good. So, like I said, there's different tunes, but as long as you know those words, you can follow along. And I think our brains tend to allow us, when we know the words, to kind of bring the tune in. I know I find that with myself. You know, I as long as I know those words, the tune kind of comes with me. So, and there are different tunes for different cantors. They will change it. Like I said, I love the Craig Tallman one of the Romamu on the bottom of it. So let me see if you'd like to do, let me go back and we can do the returning part. So that's a little bit smaller. So here we are. Okay, so we're going to do this another time, that part on the Torah service and that part. But where do I have the return? Okay.
183.
183. Thanks, Sally. Let me find some numbers. Okay. 81.
You're getting there.
Yep, there we go. Returning the Torah. Okay, we rise as the architect. Okay. So we sing hallelujah, rise, the ark is opened. And okay, so let me get this here. So this part, many of them started and then they march around. So we can do this part. It's Yahalelu et Shem Adonai, Ki Niskav Shemo Levado. And then they go, Hodu, well, I got the wrong tune. Hodu al aretz v'shamayim v'yarem keren liamo tihila lechol chasida livnei Yisrael am rovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And then they will say Mizmor David, and then they do this part. So let's do a little bit of this reading. Havula Denoy B'nai Elim. So let's start at the top again. I think we got through every. Did Hannah come on? Hannah Siegelman?
No.
No. Okay. Just gotta make sure. Okay. So Eileen, let's start with you, and we'll start with this. Havu. Let me see. Is it big enough?
You're muted, Eileen.
Yep. Unmute me.
I said, yes, I have a 22-inch screen I'm watching it on. A separate, I have two screens, so it's plenty big.
All right. So do these top two lines.
Havu Adonai.
La Adonai.
Didn't I say that?
It sounds like le, but it could be me
That's
hearing.
okay. Please. Corrections are always welcome. La Adonai. B'nai Elohim.
Elim.
Elim. What did I say? I said Illinois.
You said Elohim, and it's
Elohim.
not the full. Elim.
Elim. Hakol.
No. Look at this again.
Havu.
Yes.
Ladonai. Kavod. Atz. Va'etz.
No. That's a dot at the top.
So it's
Va-
u, utz,
Oh.
oats,
And it's not a tz, it's a zion. Va'oz.
va'oz,
Mm-hmm.
hakol,
Nope. Go look at it again.
havo,
Havu.
havu, ladonai, ba,
No. Not a bet.
ki,
Ka.
kavod,
Good.
shemo, hasha,
Not one dot.
he,
Right.
hish, ta. That's a va.
That you ignore these two dots. That's a chet.
Ta, havu,
Chavu. Hish
havu,
ta chavu.
tish, ta, havu,
No, hish. Hish ta
Hish.
chavu.
tish,
Good.
ta, havu,
Good.
ladonai, Bahad. That's a resh, ra,
Right,
rat,
yes,
kadosh.
Kodesh. You gotta see
I
that's a
have to
dot,
actually look at the letters and not just assume.
yes, oh,
Kadosh,
yes. Kodesh,
Kodesh.
right,
Okay.
okay, good. That's why I want you all to be reading it, reading and seeing these letters and these, and the vowels, because often, we're all do this, you've heard it and you've heard it wrong, I guess, sometimes, and you just slur the words because they're going on and on as they're marching and you just join, but you truly want to say the words correctly. Okay, all right. Felicia, if you would do these next three.
Sorry, where we're starting? Kol,
Kol. Mhm,
Kol
yes.
Adonai al Hamayim El Hakavod Hirim
Mhm,
Adonai al Mayim Rabim Kol Adonai Bakoach.
good. Yeah, that's it. Okay, Jade, let me hear you do these two lines, beginning with Kol.
Kor Adonai Behadar. Kor Adonai Sover.
No, it's a shin and then it's the O. So it's show there.
Also Shover.
Yes, there.
Shovel Arazim.
Arazim, yes.
Arazim.
Mhm,
Let me see. Vayeshaber. Vayeshabel. Adonai.
Wait. Vayeshaber.
Is
It's
it
just,
ye or ye?
it's just a y sound from the yud, but there's no vowel. It's those two dots, like we just said, the stop. It's vayeshaber.
Vayeshabel.
I know you're saying ye, but it's really hard. It's just the y. Just let your mouth go yeah, like a yud.
Like a little
But-
touch. Like a
Yes.
little touch.
A little
Okay.
touch.
It's because I like to pronounce every word, so for me it's so difficult. Okay, let me try. Rega. Okay, Vayeshaber.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me try again. Vayeshaber. Better?
Not by yeah. It's so hard. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm sorry. You don't hear ye. You just yeah. And
It's
go
like a
Vayeshaber.
swallowing, or almost like a swallowing, right? Vayeshaber.
Okay.
Adonai et Arze.
They.
Or Arze. Zay.
Zay. Good. Yes.
Arze. Har. Wait a minute. Har Vanon.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. All right. I'm going to stop you there. Very good. Okay. Bonnie, if you'll do the next two lines.
Okay, I have to find where I am. Here it is. Okay. Vayark Kidem.
Kidame.
Kidem.
Kidame. Mhm.
Kidem. Kimo Egel.
Wait. Say that again.
Kimo. I'm not
Good.
doing it. Egel.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Lebanon.
Live unknown.
Lebanon. Kmo Ven.
Wait. Here, you forgot this word.
Wait a minute. Where am I? Wait a minute. Kmo Egel.
You said live unknown, and then the next word.
Oh, I did. I did skip it. That's not good. Okay. Visari Ribone.
No, Visir Yon.
Visir Yon.
Good.
Okay. Kamo Bain.
Ven. It's not a vet, it's a vet. Ven, not vey, not vey. Ven.
Then Re'amim.
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 Good. Okay, next one.
Okay. Kol Adonai Chotsev.
Save. Two dots. A.
Save.
Mhm.
Lehavot Esh.
Aish.
Kol
Aish. Yes,
A?
okay, you can stop there. You gotta remember those two dots are A, they're A.
I have a
Say.
vowel question to ask you.
Sure.
I have two different charts and I don't know if it's just a technical difference, but in the one that has the what looks like the O sound with the Vav, let's say, and the dot on top. On
Uh-huh.
one chart, it says that it's a sound like the O in 4. And on my other chart, it has the sound of O as in row. So I'm not sure which one is correct, or are they both correct?
It's always O. I have another chart also that gives the U incorrectly. It's O. It's the dot at the top is O. Four is,
It's not
that's,
really an O sound.
that's not an O. So it's
And
just an O. You need to know that it's an O, okay?
The row. Okay, the other question quick, is the dot on the single dot under the letter. On one chart, it says that it's the sound of I as in sit, but on this other chart, and I think the other one is the one that's correct, it says that it's the double E sound as in B.
Well, it's an E. It's like in green,
So it's an E sound.
double E in green, E. It's always an E. The one
Okay, so-
dot is E. Yes.
So the
I
other
don't know
one
where.
is correct. Okay, thank you. That's very helpful.
You're welcome. Okay, Sally, where are we? Sally.
I know, I lost my place.
I know, and I'm kind of lost mine too. Where did I stop? Oh, here at Kol Adonai Yachil. So start there and read 3 lines.
Okay. Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar. Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadsho.
Kadesh.
Kadosh.
Kadesh.
Oop. Kadesh.
Good. Okay.
Kol Adonai Yachol Leil.
Okay, so it's Yecholel. Not Yah, it's Yecholel.
Cholel.
Uh-huh.
I Yalot.
Good. Okay. And then let me see this one too.
Vaye Hesh
Vayechesof.
Vayechesof.
Good. Let me just I'll stop you all. They make it a little confusing, but the dot, there's 2 dots there.
Yeah.
So the one dot is to say that it's the sin, and the other dot is the O. So it does make that a little bit confusing, but that's a Seth.
Vayechesof.
Seth. So sorry. I'm sorry. Vayechesof. My mouth isn't working.
Vayechesof.
Good.
Ya'arot uv he cholo.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
Kulo Omer Kavod.
Good. Very good. All right. Felicia, did you read this time? Okay. All right. I thought maybe I'd missed you. All right. Elizabeth, if you would read these 2.
Adonai Lamabul Yashav Vayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam. Adonai Oz La'amo Etain. Adonai Yevarech et Amo Vashalom.
Good. Thank you. All right, Madeline, why don't we go back up to the top and read these 2 lines.
Havu la'Adonai b'nei Elim. Havu la'Adonai bach.
No, that's a cough.
Kavod. Kavod va'oz.
Good.
Havu la'Adonai kavod shemo. Ishtachavu la'Adonai behadart.
Behadrat.
Behadrat kadosh.
Kodesh.
Kodesh, Kodesh.
Kodesh.
Ba'agrat Kodesh.
Good. Yes. Okay. Vivian, if you would take these next three, please.
Okay, Kol Adonai al Hamayim, El HaKavod Ha.
No, he.
No, wait.
I'm sorry.
Giving
Okay.
Adonai al Mayim Rabim. Kol Adonai Bakoach.
Good. Yes. Sorry about that. I'm very. All right, Lori. Okay, let's go. Lori, do these two lines.
Unmute, Lori.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Lori, unmute. Thanks,
Sorry.
Sam.
Afraid the dog was gonna bark again.
That's all right.
Okay.
Go.
Kol Adonai Beha Rar. No,
Dar.
Beha Dar.
Good.
Kol Adonai Shevar.
There's a dot over here. This is your shin, but this is your vowel. So what is it?
It's Shover.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Aravim.
Mm-hmm.
Va Yosh.
Not yo. It's just the yeah. Vaya.
Okay. Va Ye Shaber.
Yes.
Adonai et Re.
Not re. Ar.
Oh,
Ar.
Okay. Reve.
All right. It's a Zion and it's ar ze.
Artse.
Ze. Not se. That's your tzadi. It's a Zion like zoo. Z. Ar ze.
Arze.
Good.
Okay. Halevanim.
Okay. So it's hal. That's a blend. It's hal.
Yep.
Va. Non.
Oh. Hal va nom.
Good. Good. Okay. And Ruth, read these next two lines, please.
Vash Vayeshavar Adonai.
Bear. You gotta hear.
Oh, it's a bear, yeah. Vayeshaber Adonai et ar ze halavanon.
Okay. No.
Vayar ki dame
Yes.
kemo egal Levanon.
Livanon.
Lebanon.
Livanon.
Lebanon.
Okay.
Fish. Spear yon.
Visir yon. Yes.
Kemo ben re'emim.
Re'emim. It's a ven. Did you say ven or?
Ven re'emim.
Good. Okay. Yes. All right, everybody. I'm going to stop share right now. So, all right. So I hope everybody read that time. I hope that it feels better. You all, you're doing really good. It's just, honestly, I find it so interesting. It is this A and E that a lot of people have a problem with. You're not the only ones. I've come across it a lot. And I know my kids are all O and U. They just can't get that right ever. But just always remember at the top, O, U, in the middle. That's it. Plus the three dots. I don't know if you all remember, but the three dots in a line is also U. Okay. All right. I did not bring anything else to do. Let me see what our time is. Oh, we have about 6 minutes. You want to do anything?
Can I ask you something, Anne? Is there sort of not a trick, but a tip to remember the vet, the bet, and the cough? Because that's what I'm struggling with right now.
Just keep studying it. Look at it and say bet, vet. See, when I was growing up, our alphabet, we used to sing Aleph, Bet, Vet, Gimel. They don't do that anymore. So
It's still in the song.
yes, and
It is.
and Kaf, Chaf was the same thing. So we did all that in the singing, but they don't always do that. You
Yeah.
just need to. I know you've got the. I gave you the Aleph Bet, and I gave you the parts that for some reason they leave out some of that on that chart. So
Yeah.
I gave it to you all, just do it. And just practice, really. It's a
Okay.
matter of practicing. Honestly, I think I told you, I've been doing this since I was 6, 7 years old. So I went to a Hebrew school that was 3 days a week. And not that my parents didn't speak Hebrew. My father davened, but it's just, and then when my children went to Hebrew school, I like redid it over again. I kept up with them. So it's repetition. That's all it is for all of you, for everyone. What, Bonnie?
And did you send out that alphabet list, the one that you sent out already? Did you send that out to everyone?
I sent that out originally in the first one. I think everybody got it. And then I sent it to Lori again. If you would like it, I can send it to you.
I would appreciate it because I'd like your version. Because, I find that, I have a lot of different alphabet charts and 99% of them agree with each other in terms of the sound of the vowels. But once in a while, you get
Right.
like I asked you. So that's why, and I wrote it down in my book. So now I'm knowing this is the one that's correct.
Would anybody else like it?
Yeah, and I like it
Alicia?
also. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Alicia, I'll just send it out to all of you. If you don't want it, don't open it. Okay.
Sure. Can't hurt.
Okay,
And
And
Anna,
I'll send you the vowels. I have this one that I actually copied that's in color. That's really good. It says like the ah is like in aqua. The double dot E is like in green. It shows it and it shows it in color. So I'll send you that one too. That's a great one that we got from religious school. Somebody else had a question?
yeah, Ann, I just want to ask a quick question. In the beginning, where you're talking about the small Torah, and I was wondering, how is that different? Because my husband got one, I think, when he was bar mitzvah or something, and I think we have it in the drawer, and I'm just wondering, what would he have gotten? And do the ladies at the wall actually read from a small
yeah.
Torah? How is it different?
Okay.
No, it's not
It's not
different.
it's not different. It's the same. It's been written by a scribe. They had it written by a scribe on parchment paper. It's just smaller. They tried using a big one and they had such dissension from them that they thought, we'll do a small one, we'll carry it in, we can bring it out.
Right.
They're still having problems, but it is the same. And if his is written by a scribe, then it's kosher. And
Yeah, I
it's
don't think it is. I
Right.
mean,
Probably
maybe
not.
next time I'll hold it up.
Right. And the way they read it, Ruth saw, the way they read it, they literally, somebody was standing there with this small thing, like right in front of her, and the other woman with a yad was reading across, just standing there, reading.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like where there's a will, there's a way. They were determined to do it. It was so wonderful, but it was a challenge for them. But they make it through this every time, right, Ruth? They just persevere. So they persevere. So if you ever get a chance, any of you, to watch this, you can go actually onto their Facebook, Women of the Wall, WOW, and you can go on their Facebook and you can watch their different ones in the past. So and they had so many people there. It was a big crowd. Very big crowd. And we were really proud because the executive director of Women's League, Rabbi Ellen Rollins Fields, her daughter Cameron is studying in Israel for a year, I think. And she was there up in center. She had an aliyah and we were all kvelling. I mean, Ellen says to her, all of your mothers from Women's League are watching you. So it's the truth, but it's a wonderful thing. And as Jews, we just take in everything that's good and share and just be proud because we're part of a really we're not special, but we are a phenomenal history and group of people. And that's it. So
And
anything
when-
else? What?
When I read
Oh.
when I read to myself, I make no mistakes.
Do I?
Hopefully. All right,
To
Jade.
myself.
What?
I have a two question quick. I know we are running out of the time.
That's okay.
First, I mean, I'm taking the modern Hebrew class, and always what bothers me every time I read the Hebrew prayer, you know, even when I was president of synagogue, I always skip all the sound so nobody can hear my mistake. So, you know what I mean? It brings like each letter, if I have to read, it's very simple for me. But just like a p sound or a g sound, or a d sound, like a y sound, when you have to like make a conjunction each other, what is I don't want to use word the trick, but what is the most common sense wise, linguistic wise, common sense wise, you have to put sound together, or it's better to read it separately? Is there any rule of thumb?
You have to know the word and you have to hear the word. That's what it is. Sometimes it's one way, sometimes it's another. If you're not sure, ask someone who you feel really knows and let them tell you. But there's really, I keep saying this, I've looked it up, and there's one time I read one thing and it said, it just depends. And I thought, oh, wonderful.
Oh, that's not
Not
fun.
helpful. That's
And
not
you had
helpful.
one other question. Wait, Sally, you had another question. What was the other one?
Yeah, quick, before the Sally asking. Sorry, Sally, Sliha. Because I have the Orthodox girlfriends, and I also taking yeshiva class just for fun. You know, we have a local yeshiva in Michigan. So I always have this dream, my bucket list. Someday when I go Israel, I want to take this 1-year program, but be honest with you, my synagogue is conservative synagogue, about 100 years history. Make a long story short, what's the difference between this 1-year program in the conservative movement in the Jerusalem or in Israel, 1-year school for the woman, vice versa, yeshiva also offer 1 year for the, you know, ladies program. Is there any huge difference between
Yeah.
us?
Well, I think the difference between the Orthodox and the conservative, generally, if it's very Orthodox, you're going to be separate. You're not going to be with males. If it's a woman's program, yes, but otherwise, no. They also they do teach some different things. My daughter was in Israel for 6 months. She did outreach. The Orthodox did outreach way before conservative. And she went to Shabbats. And, you know, they always say you put the woman on the pedestal. Meanwhile, you put her on the pedestal and you let her do anything. And that's the Orthodox, very Orthodox. That's how they will say, they don't give the woman the benefit of the doubt all the time. I think conservative and egalitarian, for me, works better. So you have to decide which one you want, but you can look into what they show. Sally, what?
I just
Thank
wanted
you.
to say something to Jade. What I do, if I'm not familiar with a word, I take each letter and read it separately until I get to know the word, and then I blend it all together and can say it quicker. But I take each letter and do it separately, and I find that's my little trick.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Seth. Thank
That's
you.
good. That's good. Practice. That's all it is. It's practice, you know. All right, ladies, it's getting late. And if you're going on my home, I'll see you. If not, I'll see you next Friday. All right.
Have a good
Wonderful.
Shabbos, ladies.
Shabbat shalom.